Hey there and welcome. I've gotten a lot of messages about how exactly to dial in the tone for my TOD10N, and I wanted to make a video to show you just how to do that. I'll take all this with a grain of salt because this is what works for me and this is how I perceive a good tone on this nylon guitar. This is not the only way to achieve these kinds of sounds. This is just my way. So I'm going to break down the three main tones that I use, and that is a lead tone, a rhythm tone, and then the reverb, ambience, shimmer that I like to use in the background. So for gear, we got the trusty TOD10N, and then for my DAW, I got Logic running, and we're gonna go through, I'm using Archetype Corey Wong as my main plugin. I usually use some other ones, but I want to keep it simple. Even people who don't have this particular plugin, anything that has an EQ and the reverb, I think you'll be just fine. So we're going to go through each three of the tones that I use, starting with number one, my lead tone. I like to preserve the natural sound of the nylon guitar. I add just like a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay, but I mostly mess with the EQ. I want the harsh highs and the low lows to be pretty much almost cut off, and I just want kind of the mid-range to pop out. So it'll sound something like this. Number two, our rhythm tone, is going to be complementary to our lead tone. So the EQ will kind of be more bass and mid-range boosted, and I'll shave off more of the top end and I'll lower the volume a little bit. So like if you're making a guitar loop, this is usually like the first part. You see, it's not in your face. It's something that just complements the lead tone a little bit better. I like to put a little bit more delay and reverb on the rhythm as well. I want to emulate that being kind of far away, having distance from where the lead tone is. That way it kind of creates space, and that way the lead can stand out and the rhythm can be obvious enough to where you can hear it, but it's not clashing. Number three, my ambient reverb shimmer tone. I get a lot of hate from this because people think that I use it way too much. You can't have enough reverb. My background is playing a lot of ambient music anyways. When I used to play live music, I had a huge pedal board with a bunch of effects, so this is kind of just where I gravitate to. It's more of a texture. I don't use it 100% of the time, but it's something I want to add just to create an atmosphere and ambience. And so what I do is I dial up the delay repeats, and I turn the delay mix down so each note is repeating, but the strength of the note will dwindle down. Turn the reverb up, of course, both mix and duration. As far as EQ, it's exactly the same as the rhythm tone. I just turned the volume a little bit lower than the rhythm, but the EQ is the same. And like I said, delay, reverb boosted. I put a shimmer on there as well. And then sometimes, if you guys will hear some of the transitions, I'll strum like a big note, like that. And then I'll put it in reverse to make it feel like we're like... Let me see if I can do it real quick. Okay, so that's like the regular note, and then I'm gonna reverse it, and it's gonna act like a big crescendo. All right, it's gonna sound something like this, okay? Pretty cool. That's just the same note, reversed with a lot of reverb. Alright, so let's put all three of these tones together and we'll call it a day. Well, thank you guys for sticking around. I hope that helped. If you think that was helpful at all, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And let me know what other kind of content you guys are interested in seeing. Let me know. Yeah, see you next time.